What are we nerding out about, Jebediah? Don't need a cursive book, buddy. You need a speaking book. But let's do this. No, sorry. Uh, did I go too hard there, Kurt? Is that faith?
No, I'm just reading this list.
Bob did talk about. Yeah. All right. So whoever wrote this list, let's just follow their mind down this rabbit hole.
Sure.
Okay. So the first one on there is mine. I wrote Your Name. For those that don't know, that's an anime. Oh. It's a movie.
Oh, God. Of course. Of course.
Would you like to play the game? Would you like to guess?
Sure. I'm game. Can I go first, Charles?
Yes, sir.
Sure. Okay. So Your Name is about a Native American who has a magic pig that shoots rainbow pellets out of its snout when it's squeezed at the same time as he's playing Tetris.
I'd watch that, but no.
I bet you would. Well, and Kelsey says here, Bob did talk about wanting VR. They need to be 13. That's something about brain development and whatnot. Although my people under 13 got into it, I found I had to limit some of that. Just giving you a heads up there. You might, anyway, Bob, come see me when you're older. I got your VR, which is a gateway drug into all the alcohol. Look at this. Look at this. Bob emptied my bottle when he came over. So it's, by the way, those of you not at home, this is, what is this? 1.75 liter Woodford Reserve bottle, because it's in my decanter, because at our company Christmas party, somebody who didn't really know alcohol bought way too much. And I came home with this. Woodford Reserve is a nice one. I came home with that one, and then a whole big thing of Doers as well. So loved it.
So you won Christmas.
Yes. And then I was gifted the
Christmas party.
I was gifted 2 other bottles, like specifically bought for me. So I've had a great Scotch Christmas. All right. So Your Name, I think it is about a time traveling kid sucked into the past, and he has to run for president against Nixon. The key is he cannot remember his name or knows anything about it, so he has to figure that stuff out as he goes, but he is aided by an invisible computer that feeds him missions.
Interesting.
I think that was you just described Knight Rider.
I kind of did, didn't I?
Oh man. So Your Name is a movie. It was fantastic. I've had a lot of people mention it to me, and I didn't know a whole lot about it going into it, but I trusted the recommender on it. And it's where these two people are, their lives somehow got intertwined, where a couple of times a week they switch bodies. This boy and a girl, they're late teens, and so they start partially living each other's lives and leaving notes for each other on their cell phones about what happened that day, because at first they think they're just dreaming, but they're super vivid dreams, but then they realize no, they're swapping bodies. And so it ends up taking quite a few twists and turns as it goes along. But yeah, it was really, really good. And the animation was especially fantastic on it. I've watched plenty of anime where the animation was very lacking, but they usually come out strong for the movies when it comes to animation, and they definitely stepped up on this one.
So do they follow the time cop rules? So if they meet each other and touch, they blow up?
They belt.
Both of them attempt to meet the other one at various points. But yeah, no, they do not follow the
spoiler alert, they're separated by 20 years, and it's really just a mailbox they're passing notes through.
There you go.
The lake house.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a fantastic movie. If you haven't given it a try, I mean, it's up to you. It's more slice of life, but it's got some mystery and some supernatural bits to it. I liked it. So
Well, before you move on,
Yeah.
we'll quick comment some movies we're into since you did a movie. I watched my favorite Christmas movie, Christmas Eve, Die Hard. It's not Christmas till I see Hans Gruber fall. And he fell before we did our Christmas. It was awesome. Eight Crazy Nights. I forgot how bad that really is. Another good movie. And then Red One. I would encourage everybody.
That's
to
a new
watch
one,
Red
right?
I
Yep.
saw it. It was dumb fun.
Yeah.
And that's all. That's all.
It's all
I
a
mean,
Christmas
it's just,
movie should be.
yeah. I
But
love the
the
fact
jokes
that
hit.
J.K. Simmons was Santa.
Yeah.
That was about it.
The
So,
Rock didn't overly rock out,
No,
you know.
he was fine.
It was good.
yeah. Actually, the Rock's fight scenes were really fun.
Yeah.
But
Although they missed an opportunity for a bad dad joke when he found the secret to the snowmen.
yeah,
You know okay.
yeah.
Just good fun. I agree, John.
I watched for the first time ever because everybody kept saying it's my favorite Christmas movie. Love Actually.
Yes.
I don't know if I've
Come
ever
on,
seen
Bubba.
Love Actually.
So
It is such a human story. And it's not great. It's a little dark.
It's a movie that should never work
Yep. I agree.
because of how disconnected and disjointed it is.
Is that
Except,
Gary Marshall film?
oh, I don't think so.
I don't think so, but it's similar. Like
It,
Gary
it
Marshall
does kind of feel like a Gary Marshall movie. Yeah,
there's multiple stories that kind of intertwine. Yeah.
and they kind of intertwine, but it's just like it's just weird. It's like it's very disconnected in a lot of ways, but little like cameo snippets here and there. Like when the dude went to America,
yeah.
and he met the three girls, I'm going,
Yeah.
oh, he is getting so ripped off. Like this just got a rip off. Like no,
No.
didn't happen. No,
Right?
he has had a great time. I
Yeah.
was like, wait a minute, what's happening?
Love is
There are a
all
lot of
around us.
names in
A
this.
lot of names. Even
It's
the
no-
cameos. The cameos are big
Yeah.
names. Billy Bob Thornton and Denise Richards and Shannon.
not El McPherson. The model.
Oh yeah,
Heidi Klum.
Heidi Klum. Yep.
Heidi Klum.
And Shannon from American Pie. Shannon.
Yes.
Elizabeth. Shannon Elizabeth.
Shannon. Yeah.
She had a cameo. It just again, the whole thing should not work.
There is okay. So there's a touching story about a single dad. There's a kind of a seedy industry story about a musician who was kind of selling out, which is the theme of the song is so good.
I loved that that storyline because he just didn't care.
Yeah. There's he's now famous in Marvel, but he was in Sherlock Holmes as Watson. He's in a storyline about making a porn, basically that I don't think he realized he signed up to do. It's honestly very touching. Then there's the horror story that's almost my life of the woman who's trying to date but has a brother in an insane asylum, and how that monopolizes her life. And it's very hard to watch that part.
Was hard. That was heartbreaking, actually.
Yeah.
But the one that I loved,
very close to my life sometimes.
The story that I loved, which was ridiculous, the dude and the Portuguese housekeeper.
Yes, yeah.
Because again, Joe, the thing that's weird about this movie is you think it's going to do a whole bunch of different tropey type things, and it just doesn't.
Right.
It just goes in a more realistic way, except for that storyline. Like, he was learning Portuguese to talk to her. She was learning English to talk to him.
It was the O. Henry story.
Yeah.
Almost a gift. Yeah.
And it was like, but they would like caption her language. And so he'd go, my favorite time is bringing you home at night at the end of the day. And she didn't understand what he was saying. But then she would say something, my least favorite time is leaving you at the end of the day. In Portuguese, and they didn't know and it was just like every time there was something like that, there was a parallel that it's like, okay, it's goofy, but somehow it worked. It just worked.
You and Kelsey need to put the kids to bed, because it has a little bit of adult theme, but I think it's a PG-13 film, and
it's R when I looked
yeah,
it up now.
yeah. There's some upper nudity.
Yeah, there might seem a bit of blip past, but ultimately,
yeah, those foreheads, you got to beware. Those bare foreheads.
Hey, don't
especially the ones with the nipples on them.
You stepped into that. What's your next nerd out about, sir?
I just put in here Peppermint Junior Mints.
Why?
Because they're seasonal and I love them. They're so good.
Aren't they redundant?
A Junior Mint is, well, I guess it's mint, yeah. But they put little peppermint chunks in it, and they're very tasty. I love them. They're awesome. That's all. Fair enough. Along those lines, I found a new one to try. We like the little thin. I don't remember the brand of them, but these little thin pretzel crackers. It's a blue bags. I remember blue label, white bag, whatever. And they made like basically a Christmas bark out of that. They put peppermint, white chocolate peppermint coated ones that we bought a little bag of to try today on the clearance sales. Oh, we went after day Christmas shopping, but I made how there's that trend on all the tubes out there of, hey, I'm Charles, this is my first drink. They didn't either. I did that with my wife and daughter, except it was, hey, this is us before the first after Christmas sale, and then I made them do a report after each one. It was funny to me. They didn't have as much fun, but it was. There was nothing super special, but I did get a nice little Target brand, their premier brand or whatever. Got like $3 a bucket, but they have a pecan coated popcorn, and actually really tasty. I'd never tried it. I was like, I'll try it off the clearance rack. Very tasty. And then they got a butter toffee, which I love. And by the way, boys, I can't seem to find, at least in stores, butter rum lifesavers. Do we not get those anymore?
What?
Yeah. They have
I don't think I've ever purchased them.
That's my favorite flavor.
In a long time.
Yeah, that was my favorite flavor when I got them. I mean, it was a long time ago.
So to all of our Parliament of Papas out there, if you've come across some butter rum lifesavers, just go on and ship them to us.
Yep,
we'd love a long time.
Oh boy.
But along that candy Christmas holiday food, what's yours, Kurt? Supposedly we can get them off of Amazon.
I'm boring. I could go for Reese's peanut butter cup trees.
Oh yeah,
there you go.
Yeah. Oh, I get the candy canes every year, the pieces, because I like to rip the top off and just down it like a pixie stick. Yeah,
yeah. The shapes, the trees, and then when it's Halloween, the pumpkins. There's more peanut butter to chocolate ratio, and so I'm in. Yeah,
we tried some today that was a regular Reese's cup, but it had caramel. Well, I said it's in the middle. It's really kind of mixed into the peanut butter. It's all right.
It's all right. It's all right. Yeah. Oh well. Yeah.
Oh well. No, I'm with you, Joe. I don't know about the Peppermint Junior Mints. I figure that's kind of the same thing. Is what it sounds like. But I do like a good Ghirardelli peppermint bark, or you only really get that at Christmas time. That's But it's got to be more peppermint than chocolate for me. That's my key.
Yeah, I'm not a big peppermint fan actually.
I'm not either, but I'm definitely not a chocolate fan. So
yeah.
See, I really like the peppermint milkshakes at Chick-fil-A.
Bah.
Oh, they're so good.
You're an elf, dude. You're just an elf. That's all that is.
Call me dwarf one more time.
You're an angry elf.
Yeah.
So, and mine was Superman.
All right.
And
just the trailer's out, right? When does it actually come out?
So there's two parts to this. Yeah, the trailer just came out, and it looks, to my mind, fantastic. It looks great. And they got Crypto in there, and they got Nathan Fillion as Guy Gardner, and they've got Mr. Terrific.
I didn't notice Mr. Terrific.
Yeah, they got Hot Girl, and so there's a lot. There's a lot to that whole thing. And then I just started watching, finally, Superman and Lois. And by I just started the third season because I binged it.
That's the spinoff from Supergirl, right?
Yes.
He's the cousin.
Okay.
He's the cousin from another Earth, though. It's like it's a
Oh, okay,
parallel.
so
It
it's a
came out of their
different Earth.
crossovers or
Got
whatever.
it. Okay.
Just
So-
like Supergirl's a different Earth than Flash.
Right.
Blah, blah,
Okay.
blah.
All right.
Yeah.
So yeah, and it's really good, like way better than I thought it was going to be. Because I wasn't sure how I'd be down with the fact that he's got kids, for one thing,
Yeah.
which is weird.
It's a weird dichotomy.
That
I don't know if I'm fully
did he
caught
have
up
kids
yet,
on
but-
Crisis of Infinite Earths. The actual there's one that I know he had kids in.
Yeah. So they've explained it in different storylines, but like one of the storylines was when he was temporarily exposed to kryptonite, then he can impregnate his wife, that kind of thing, because then otherwise it becomes problematic.
Like Hitch.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
but it's cool, and they did the storylines are a little strange, but we get John Henry Irons out of it, so we basically get Steel.
Nice.
Yep.
Man,
And so,
Is it
no
just the
I've never
three
seen
seasons
anybody
so
do a
far?
good one.
I think it's just
Four.
3
They-
seasons.
They're ending the fourth one now, I believe.
Oh,
And
okay.
it's the last
So
one.
Then I don't think I've watched the 4th season at all. And what do you mean we finally got a good one? Shaq was a great Steel.
Stop it. Just
He could have been a fine Steel.
No, his acting does not. He's
have-
never a fine
Did
anything.
you ever read anything
No.
about John Henry? Yeah, exactly. He's got like 4 frames. He is a side character in the death and life of Superman, but he's a cool side character. They just never do anything with him.
well, I mean, it was a perfect vehicle to launch a new character. Like that, the
Yes.
Death of Superman thing was a perfect way to introduce somebody like a John Henry Irons, and I love that.
And that's how
So-
he also got the clone.
When they did that, were they just shopping around to see if any of these new character ideas stuck? Do you think that's what they were doing, or
No, I mean maybe, but I don't think so. I think
Okay.
literally when you kill Superman, you have to fill the void,
yeah?
right? And so you can't fill the void with just one person because it's Superman, and so that's what
Yep.
happened.
Okay,
No,
yeah, because
yeah.
I wouldn't put it past them to say, okay, we've taken this person out. Let's try these different ideas to see if any of them resonate with the audience.
Well, yeah. I mean,
Ultimately.
yeah.
I mean, ultimately, any new character introduction is that because that's how new comics end up happening. They go,
Yeah.
oh, enough of a fan base. Let's get, Steel had his own comic for a while. I mean, so they didn't go through the death really, but they had a couple of the characters from that storyline. So, but again, parallel universe, so I don't care. It works.
And what I really loved about that character the most was just this guy who was inspired, was heartbroken about the fall of Superman, and decided to step up and do something for the world.
Right.
And he just built a suit. He's essentially kind of like Iron Man, but he's not rich at all. He just used what he knew, and he just forged a suit and went out to try to help fight some crime. And
Right.
it's gonna be cool. But
Yeah,
then
he's
with
like
that,
he's like Iron Man meets Thor.
Yeah.
kinda.
Kind of. And so, and what's been interesting about the whole series is that you don't get Lex Luthor until season 4,
All right.
and apparently that's I think they're done after 4 seasons.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the last season because my buddy Jamie has been like every release he's watching it the week of, and he keeps asking, "Have you seen it?" I was like, "No, man, it's on Hulu, and that's like the most expensive streaming service out there." And I'm going to wait till the spring when my HBO Max comes up for renewal. Then I'll do the bundle with Disney.
Yeah.
Hulu and Max together. But for until then, we just wait. But yeah, but this Superman actor is not that actor. So it's a different universe Superman. That we're doing
Yeah.
with
The movie one. Yep.
Oh, right. The new guy. Yeah. The new guy. And I don't know. He does a really great nerdy Clark Kent, which was nice for a change.
Yeah, I gotcha.
I don't know. I dig it right now. That trailer, really good.
My biggest worry is with so many characters
Yeah.
is how much character building can they realistically do? I trust James Gunn. He did well with Guardians of the Galaxy, and that was an ensemble cast. But
I think he shines the most with ensemble cast. Suicide Squad 2 was definitely better than the first one.
Yeah, we'll see, because I mean, this is them rebooting the DC universe, right? So,
well, technically, they've already done it, and I'm watching the Creature Commandos on HBO Max.
Oh, is Creature Commandos considered in universe for the new?
Okay, this is James Gunn directed animation. It's really good.
I've only seen the first episode, and it was really good. I just haven't.
And that's on Max, right? I don't think I've watched it yet. Well, I know I haven't watched it yet. I thought I saw it when I was scrolling by, because my wife and I watched Dune Prophecy. It was okay.
You'll need to watch that.
Yeah.
But so I'm enjoying it. I'm liking the series. I figured I probably would, because I have pretty high tolerance for stuff, but the kids are making it interesting.
Yeah, so. I cared more about the kids than I thought I would.
Yeah, right. The thing that was jarring is the new actor playing the older, or not the older, but Jonathan. The new actor in season 3, they have a new kid playing one of the brothers.
Okay, maybe I didn't watch season 3 then, because I don't remember that. Maybe I'm 2 seasons behind. Yeah.
And apparently he left for personal reasons.
Okay.
So whatever that means, but
so that's I thought you actually meant Jonathan Kent in the movie trailer, because I thought it's about time we got a realistic looking farmer, who's retired or older or whatever.
Yep.
So, but man, the world went nuts over the one line, crypto home.
Yeah.
But it's going to be interesting. So Joe, I know you kind of piped in a little bit. What do you think of the new Lex Luthor?
I only watched the trailer once. I don't remember who's playing the new Lex Luthor. Oh wait, yes I do.
You know his face. I don't know if you know his name.
We'll have to see. He isn't he wouldn't have been on my radar to play him, but he's a decent enough actor. I think he can pull it off.
He's done so many different characters, and he's one of those character actors though that just you go, oh wait, that's him.
Yeah,
in a lot of stuff. So, and he's in both universes now. So go figure.
Where else did he play?
Beast in X-Men First
Beast.
Yeah,
man, it was such a flash. I knew his face. I was like, okay. I know his acting, in the 2 seconds you see him on the screen or whatever it is in the trailer.
Yeah, Nicholas Hoult.
Okay. Yeah, all right. Yeah. But also, out of Beast makeup, it takes me a second to go, that's Beast. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be fun. All right,
I hope it goes well. I would love to be excited for the DC stuff, because I haven't been excited for DC movies for some time. So
yeah. I liked Venom: The Last Dance. That's not DC, but that's still bad. In the bad non-Marvel films, I like Venom: The Last Dance. I just wanted to get it out there. It's been weighing on me in 2024.
He's I unapologetically like some of these Sony films. Okay.
I mean, Sony's kind of like DC, but worse, right? Fantastic Four. What was the last DC film that did come out? The Batman? No, Joker. No. Folie à Deux.
Yeah, which, ooh, boy.
I have not watched it yet.
I didn't watch it either, but it got roasted.
I think supposedly it's a musical, and they didn't tell anybody it was going to be a musical.
I knew it was going to be a musical.
I don't know.
Yeah, but I
don't know. I'm going to watch it. We're going to find out.
I'm gonna watch it. I haven't yet, but whatever.